My wife thinks I'm having an affair with my new recruit, but I'm just trying to advance my career, and now she's giving me the silent treatment. Posted by you/throwaway565611. I know this is long, but it's necessary. My marriage might be on the line. Help a bro out. My wife, 29F, and I, 32M, have been married for 2 years, together for 8. She's never been the jealous type until recently with this situation. I started a new job about a year ago. It's a management position and requires a lot of recruiting. I've been doing pretty well building a team. I need to in order to advance further, and I'm so close. I make great money doing what I do and have been able to provide my wife and me with a much better quality of life as a result. Anyway, one of my recent recruits is a young female, let's call her Emily, 22F. She's a great addition to my team, she brings in awesome numbers, is very teachable, and is all around just fun to have in the office. And yes, she's very attractive. But I'm faithful, I love my wife, and I would never do anything inappropriate. My wife hates her. I'm not used to this from her. I've had female friends and colleagues in the past, attractive ones too. It's never been a problem. But Emily, holy crap. We've been fighting constantly now. Part of team building and keeping your team is being social with them. This is encouraged by the higher-ups, who even cover the cost of nights out to hang out with your team in an informal setting. We encourage team members to bring their spouses too. Well, about 3 weeks ago, we were supposed to have one of these nights, but we had 2 road trips going on, so most of my team was out of town. I only had Emily and another new guy in town, and the new guy bailed. Normally, my wife would come, but she was working. So it ended up just being Emily and me, eating wings and having some drinks. My wife called to say she was off and could come join, but I decided that since everyone was gone, maybe she should sit this one out because Emily was really new, and I didn't want to third wheel her. My wife didn't like that. To top it off, Emily thought she was being funny and said loudly, "Come back to bed." My wife got pissed, but it was unprofessional for me to fight with her on the phone in front of a new recruit, so I cut the call short and said I had to go. My intention was to smooth it over later. I also, by the way, told Emily that it wasn't actually funny, and it was inappropriate. I asked her to hold herself to a higher professional standard when dealing with people related to our business in the future. Well, my wife wasn't having it when I got home. Eventually, in the middle of the argument, I said something like, "She's not even attractive. You have nothing to worry about. Anyway, I only love you." She was still pissed but calmed down a little. Then the following week, I was talking to a few people in my office somewhat informally. I basically told my team to come in for a second to go over something. I only have 2 chairs besides mine, so those were taken, and I had 2 people sitting on a low bookshelf in the back, a few leaning against the walls, etc. Emily came in last, looked around, and sat on the edge of my desk, farthest from me. We had our meeting, and everyone left except Emily, who had a question about what I said. Naturally, she turned more towards me as she was talking. Well, that's the moment my wife walked in with my phone charger and a Starbucks for me. All she saw was Emily sitting on my desk, leaning toward me, talking. I've never seen my wife act like this, it was embarrassing. She put the stuff down on the nearest surface and just walked out. I wasn't going to chase her because that would look bad. So I finished talking to Emily and then tried calling my wife, but she wouldn't answer. When I got home later, she was in the shower, crying. WTF? I went into the bathroom and pulled back the curtain, and she was literally sitting in the tub, knees to her chest, crying in the shower. Why? This is ridiculous. So I got pissed off and left. I called a few work bros and met them at the bar. Well, effing luck of all luck, Emily showed up with them because 2 of the guys I called were already with her. And she was dressed to the nines. She took a big group selfie and posted it on Facebook. Well, guess what? Yup, my wife saw it and commented, "Nice to see you having so much fun." To which Emily responded, "He's in good hands." And I know that sounds like innuendo, but she swears it's not. I talked to her, and she really meant it as reassurance, like, "Don't worry, he's in good hands," and didn't even think about how it could be misconstrued. Anyway, I got home, and my wife was crying again. She said I'm being willfully ignorant, that it's obvious Emily likes me and is stirring up trouble, and that I'm refusing to see it. She thinks I must really believe she's stupid. She asked if she could look at my phone. Like, are you kidding me? I obviously said no. Then she cried more, saying that I must have something to hide, especially since I lied about Emily being attractive. Now, for the last 2 days, I've gotten the complete silent treatment. What the F? I haven't done anything wrong. And Emily is a good employee. I can't fire her or something just for my wife. Like, what the F does she want me to do? No one's done anything wrong. Update same day. Okay, guys. It's clear you all think I'm, at best, the stupidest person alive and, at worst, some kind of monster. First off, I would never sleep with Emily. And while, yes, I can recognize that she's physically attractive by most standards, I am not attracted to her, especially not after all the drama her very existence has been causing me. Secondly, I'm not a bad husband. We've had 8 wonderful years together and have been through some pretty tough things before, coming out stronger than ever. I've just never been in a situation like this one before. I'm pretty average looking. In fact, my wife is very attractive, and normally, it would be me with insecurities. But I've never made my insecurities her problem. Thirdly, I'm willing to admit that some of you may be right about what's going on. If it's so obvious to so many people, including my wife, I'm not arrogant enough to say you're all wrong and I'm right. I mean, I posted for a reason, after all. Finally, though, I'm still not sure how to proceed. We don't have an HR department, as we're still a small office. It's basically my boss, 2 other people at my level, and our teams, sales, by the way. The way you guys are talking, I'm a little frightened that this could get turned on me if Emily wants to be vindictive or something. I haven't done anything inappropriate, but I'm higher up in mail. And given how I've apparently messed this up, how would my wife react if Emily tried to allege anything against me for letting her go or something? Commenter. You realize that you're still being me, right? Your wife was sobbing on her hands and knees in the shower. There's a damn good chance you've already lost her. If it were me, I'd have a bag packed before you got home from work today and make sure to turn out all the lights on my way out. You have to apologize. You have to crawl. Because at this point, you don't deserve anything that looks like forgiveness. I'm so sorry, I was a colossal moron, and I don't know what I can do to make it up to you, is where you start. From there, you have to listen to the answer. And if the answer is go away, you're going to have to accept that too. Ops response. Go away? Seriously? I never slept with this girl. I've never even flirted with her. The crying in the shower thing, yeah, that was effing stupid. Out of all of it, I feel the worst about that because I did have control over it. No one was watching. There are no excuses. But for our relationship to fall apart after 8 years over a sequence of events that have only happened over the past 3 to 4 weeks? That's a bit extreme, don't you think? I need to know what to do next so I don't keep effing up, on both fronts. Begging for forgiveness is a good start. I just wish I understood this more. I hear what all of you are saying, and I can understand how it looks, but I just wish I really understood how all this happened. Second update same day. Okay. Well, I've been talking to my wife off and on all day since I posted, echoing some of your sentiments and apologizing, trying to be empathetic. But she really isn't too interested in anything I have to say, although she is actually speaking to me nonetheless, so I guess that's something. I have Emily an assignment that requires her to be mostly out of the office and in the field for the next couple of days under the supervision of someone else, so we shouldn't really have contact for now while this is getting sorted. Going home now. I'd say wish me luck, but I doubt you will. I'll update later. Third update 1 day later. It went about as well as could be expected. I explained that I really didn't get the whole situation before, but I do now. I showed her this thread, apologized, and told her I was willing to do whatever I could to make things right. I reassured her over and over again that I didn't cheat on her. She's not sure she believes me about the cheating or sincerely understands what I've done wrong, but in any case, she's incredibly hurt. After much discussion, tears, and begging, from me, this is what she wants from me. 1. Space. She wants me to move out for a while, and she doesn't have a set time for when I can come back. 2. Counseling. Both as a couple and separately. She says this incident isn't the first time I've been unable to see things from her point of view and have hurt her as a result. Not only that, but she feels she needs help trusting me again. 3. Like many of you, she thinks, putting it mildly, that Emily needs to go away, far, far away. She wants me to tell Emily why and wants to be able to listen in somehow. I don't know how I'm supposed to do that. I feel like it crosses some sort of professional line, whether I'm willing or not. And finally, she said she doesn't know what's going to happen with us, even if I do all these things. She cried a lot, which isn't surprising. I feel awful, scared, and really effing stupid. I love my wife, and I haven't done a good job of showing it lately, I realize that now. But I really don't want to lose her. I'll be speaking to my boss tomorrow about how best to deal with this in terms of letting her go, transferring her, or something. My wife wants her fired, period. I'll see what I can do. I'm in a motel right now. I spoke to my father, and he pretty much told me I'm an idiot and to do whatever it takes to fix this. My parents are very fond of my wife. Thanks again, guys. I didn't realize how bad this was. God only knows how much worse it could have gotten. Op when told Emily should be fired. I'm aware she should be fired. If you've read all my posts in this thread, you know I've figured this out. I spoke with my boss today. After first making sure I truly hadn't done something inappropriate with her, he agreed that she needs to go. You have to understand that the culture of our small office is very informal. We all make off-color jokes, rag on each other, and goof around. But at the same time, our image is important. I may joke around with you and be your buddy outside of work, but make no mistake, I should also appear to you as someone who is serious about the business and has my act together. That's why I don't like scenes or letting on about troubles in my personal life. My wife has always understood how this works. That's why when that first very inappropriate joke was made, I tried not to make much of it. I thought it was possible that Emily, having seen how the office camaraderie works, just thought she was being funny but failed. So, as I said, I spoke to her about it being inappropriate but didn't make it a huge deal. I also thought that given my wife's knowledge of how the office works and her prior exposure to it, she might be overreacting. A major fail and error, I know that now. I was seeing the things going on as isolated events, each with an explanation, rather than as one entire mess, which is what it actually was. I'm very embarrassed by my oversight as a professional and extremely sorry as a husband. The tough part about letting her go is that she is a good employee in the sense that she hits and exceeds all her sales targets, is well liked, and is considered a hard worker. It will be very obvious why she's getting fired because of that. Now that I have a grasp of the situation for what it is, I fear, and my boss agrees, that she may be the type of person to make her termination messy. Given that we're a newer office, this is problematic. My boss believes we were being baited from the start and that she not only knew what she was doing, but that it probably had little to do with me and more to do with her trying to set herself up for something or create some sort of sordid leverage. I have no idea. All I know is that I have to fix this immediately but carefully. However, my wife doesn't want careful, she wants swift, decisive action she can save her. I get that, I really do. But that's the part I'm trying to figure out now. Op on the legality of recording the firing or the firing itself. I'm not in a state, I don't reside in the US. We don't think she has a legal leg to stand on. It's the court of public opinion and the company's reputation we're worried about. I told my boss that if it came to that, I'd leave. I hope that's not the case, though, as my wife got me this job and, despite this incident, has been proud of my work here. I was injured a few years ago and couldn't work my labor job. She knew someone in a higher position here and got my foot in the door with no experience. I'd hate to leave in disgrace with nothing else on my resume for this field of work. It would be very hard to continue leading the lifestyle we do. Commenter. Jesus Christ, and your wife got you the job? Well, it's all well and good, but your marriage should absolutely come first. So, you're firing Emily? When? Op's response. When she comes into the office after being in the field today, the boss will be present. We've decided to just get it over with quickly, like ripping off a band-aid, and deal with the fallout, if there is any, as it comes. She will be told why, and I'm going to record it on my phone for my wife, but I'll have to make sure I delete it right after. I'm going by our place tonight to grab a few more things, so I'll show her then. By the way, for those who may be curious, my boss was pretty exasperated with me and told me very firmly not to let anything like this happen again because if I can't control my team members, I shouldn't be in my position. He admitted our personal friendship saved me here and that I get just one chance, this was it. Fourth update 1 day later. Late reply, I know, but it was a day. Emily took her firing, for lack of a better word, okay. She strongly denied that her intention was to be inappropriate. She also expressed some frustration, saying it was unfair since other people in the office make jokes too. My boss spoke up at that point, stating that others don't make jokes like that and that I had already warned her once about being inappropriate in that particular regard. Again, she denied that her comment about me being in good hands was anything other than an innocent mistake. Once more, my boss stepped in and reminded her that as a new employee, she was still under probation, meaning he could dismiss her without explanation if he wanted, and that he simply did not feel she was a good fit. He then threw the ball back to me, so to speak, and asked if I agreed. I said yes, we were in agreement. She just shrugged and said, well, I don't know what to say then. Goodbye, I guess. And as she collected her things and left, she took a parting shot at me, saying that in my dreams, she'd be interested in me. My wife listened to the recording. I don't think it was what she wanted. She seemed disappointed. I think she wanted me to really tell Emily off. And you know, maybe I should have? But my boss was involved, and we were trying to get rid of Emily without rocking the business. My wife was happy that Emily is gone, but then she got kind of weird. I was confused because I thought that's what she wanted. She ended up crying and basically said she was still scared that I'd see Emily. Especially with me staying at a motel, who knows what I'm doing? She doesn't know what to think anymore. With me out of the house, she has to trust me, but right now, she doesn't. I told her there was nothing to worry about, like my saying that mattered in any way, and that if she wanted, I'd stay at the house but in our spare room or something. That wasn't good either because she doesn't want me there right now. So, I just admitted that I really didn't know what to do then. She said she didn't even know what she wanted either. I ended up calling my parents and asking if I could stay with them for a while. They said that was okay. My wife liked that arrangement more, probably because then I'm supervised. I tried not to be insulted by that because I know I'm in the wrong here, so I should just take it. While sitting on the couch talking, watching her cry, she asked me to just hold her. I had tried to earlier, but she pushed me away. Anyway, I held her. Then we ended up kissing, and one thing led to another. I'll let you fill in the blanks. But I was kicked back out shortly after to pack my things from the motel and go to my parents. She said she still loves me, of course, but that she's still pissed off, hurt, and unsure of things, regardless of what happened tonight. Seeing how hurt she is and being so scared of losing her, I'm really starting to understand how much I've messed up lately, and not just in this situation. She's been really patient with me, and I've been screwing up. I reread my original post, and I'm actually embarrassed at how selfish I've been. Editor's note. Op hasn't posted another update since the fourth one in 2014, so I'm assuming this is concluded and he's worked hard to rebuild his marriage and move forward with his life.